Never allow your faith to rest in the wisdom of men, but rather in the wisdom of God. God can transform life in seconds. Believe Him and you will see amazing results. Hi, my name is Ojurele Mojibola and you're welcome to Jibbyfemforte tutorial. All we do is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. I would like to specially say welcome to all of my new subscribers, or if you're watching for the first time, thank you for showing up. All we do is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. We want to ignite your passion for creativity. We want you to be able to reduce your family expenses on footwear, and above all, I want you to be able to build a new stream of income. Yes, today we're going to be looking at the construction of this particular design. I find out that a lot of us are asking how it's been done. So I'm going to just shortly in this video quickly explain how this is being created. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so that you can reduce your family expenses on footwear. I need you to sit back and guess what? I am gonna be right there. All right, you are welcome. So I want you to know that when it comes to this particular trendy design, you can actually decide to make for men or women. I decided I was going to make for myself, so that I can use it to experiment and be sure of how it should be done. And that's why I used my own size. So all I did was exactly your size, the shape of the insole you want, the way you want the shoe to look like, without it having all this cardboard I'm putting around it, is the same way. You understand? The insole should be your size, not the one that when you put leg inside there should be space outside. You can't be pressing on the cardboard outside. So it's just like when you went to wear a Birkenstock. Instead of Birkenstock, your feet, your heel part can be outside, which is the counterpart. It can be outside, but you know that you can't do this when it comes to this particular design. So you want to ensure that the insole is actually the length of the person's foot. Probably you had like 1 centimeter allowance on it after drawing their foot, so that when they put their foot inside, it will be correctly inside. I'll be placing my foot so that you can see it. Now you'll find out that all I did was just, after I've wrapped it, I wrapped my insole, I applied gum on that cardboard, I applied gum on the base. Yes, I wanted you to see what this looked like. I applied gum on the base of that cardboard. Yes, that part that I stick to that one on the floor, as you can see. So I applied gum on the 2 surfaces and I place it. Now when you want to file in such a way that the surfaces will be flat, the surface of that cardboard. Now some people call this fiber, some people call it different kind of name. Now it's not the usual insole cardboard that I use, because the normal insole cardboard, which they call fiber, the normal one we use for our shoes, it can crush. Like if you mistakenly step on it, it can crush, and that's the reason I did not use that one. I'll be telling you the one I use. I'll be telling you the width of even the cardboard itself, because now the width of your cardboard also has something to do with the thickness of your insole, your insole EVA foam, which is called Mako in Nigeria. So I actually use 4mm EVA foam, like you call it 4mm Mako. So that's what I used for my insole. You understand? That's what I used for that one that I wrapped with a red leather. That's what I use. So at this point, after you have actually used your contact cement adhesive, is the normal adhesive I use, your normal Evo stick, your normal OC high. That's what I used. So when I removed, I saw that it was shifting from there. Because I've drawn the line initially, I just placed it on that line. You understand? And I went ahead, and I'm now going to be using the shoe glue. Now the essence of the shoe glue is to keep it together. Don't forget, we are creating the trendy designer palm for men. Now I decided to make my own, something I can wear. I didn't use the same design, so you can probably use any kind of design you want and it will still have that look. You understand? So I just now added the glue all around like that. So after that, all you need to do is take your time to actually put the glue all around. You put it outside and inside. I know somebody might be wondering, so how do I know the length of the cardboard? If you are not a beginner, I believe you should know this, but somebody is a beginner and wants to lay hands on this, what you need to do is, after you have created your insole, I didn't show us how to create insole because I have taught us that my insole also has foam inside, and I wanted it to be foamy, you know, that kind of a thing. It's my own, so I just wanted to experiment with it. So I wanted it to be comfortable and all of that when I put my feet inside that inside it like that, you understand? So I actually make sure that it was foamy. So I didn't go to that because I've done it already on this channel, so you won't be needing that. So the next thing I did was I trimmed all of the side. You can use your sandpaper to do all of that. You don't have to use the grinding machine if you don't have. So I measure all around, like I measure the whole circumference of the insole. That is how I knew the length to use for that cardboard that I put around. Now let's go to what will now happen to the side. You are going to wrap the side all around. So the measurements I used for the width of the leather is actually 5.5 centimeter. 5.5 centimeter. I will tell you why I actually use 5.5 centimeter. The reason is because don't forget that you must have some of it at the back, you have some of it by the side, and you also have some inside, you understand, inside the inner part of this whole compartment that we are creating. So I focused on the back first because that need just little, so I just made like about 0.5 or thereabouts, probably somewhere even 1 centimeter. That's what I use for that part. So the side to take a part and the inner one to take a part. Now I did not try to forward this part because I wanted you to be able to see the process easily. I wanted you to see the process. So we are going to take our time to wrap it all around. While you are wrapping all of this, please, I need you to pay attention to just the little one that you are going to be having at the back. That is quite important, because if you actually put too much at the back, you won't be able to cover up for the inner part, you understand? And the inner part is very important that you cover it up. If at this point you are still watching and you have not liked this video, come on now, all we do is make Shoemaking easy for you. So please go ahead and like this video, go ahead and share with your community, go ahead and then tell somebody about it. If I hid it, you won't be able to learn it too. So don't say, if I show them, they will make it before me. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I am not doing this for a customer. I'm just trying to experiment with this, and also to teach us also what I came out with when I experimented my own, you understand? So you can see me trying to just cover it up at that point. So I'm going to actually fold all of the edges. I know some of us who already knows that may not want to see this, but for the sake of those who are still trying as much as possible to learn how to sort themselves around curved areas when you are actually folding, please, I need you to watch this very, very well. Now let's begin to analyze. Now what I did with the side was that I try as much as possible. Initially, I used about 2.5 centimeter as that width, as the width of the side, and I observed that it's quite high. It looks much more higher than what I saw on that particular picture that I'm trying to duplicate from. I saw that it was higher, so I reduced it to 2 centimeter. So what I'm going to encourage you to do for the width is make use of 2 centimeter, especially if the EVA foam you are using is 4 millimeter. If you are using a 6 millimeter EVA foam, I think 2 should be very perfect, except you want to increase it to about 2.2 centimeter. And the reason I'm saying this is because you see that my 2 centimeter that I measured for the insole, for that one that is standing, that one that I just placed on the other cardboard, I made sure that it's just about 1.8, because it's not exactly 1.8. I caught 2 centimeter. So the 2 centimeter, when I was trying to finish the edges up and down, you understand, that kind of a thing, as I was trying to finish all of the edges, I find out that at the end of the day I had it to be just 1.8 centimeter. So the 1.8 centimeter is what I have there. That's why I suggested that probably you should use 2.2 if your insole is 6 millimeter EVA foam. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I used 4. So at the end of the day, I had the thickness to be about 1.8. You understand what I'm saying? So you can decide to just cut 1.8 to, or you cut 2 if you are using 6 millimeter, and I think that works perfectly well. So I want you to take note of that. Now, secondly, the insole cardboard I use is not the normal insole cardboard. Now, the reason I said that is because the insole cardboard has different grades and different thickness. There is one that those people who makes bag use. That one tends to be more flexible than the one we use to make footwear. Now there's another one we call shank board. It's thicker and adds more strength. You understand? Now please, I don't want you to overlook all these corners. You can see the way I'm trying as much as possible to fix it in. Please watch this video as many times as possible. Those places can form crease if you are not careful. You understand? You still see pleats everywhere, and when you put your insole, it will be showing. So please watch out for that. Watch out so that you pull it the way I'm pulling. That's why I didn't increase the speed of all of this one. You understand? So I use the one that is for shank. They call it shank board. It's a shank board. It's thicker. It's like it has more strength and more density, than the usual insole cardboard that we use, for shoemaking. So I want you to look out for that. I didn't use the normal one because I believe that one, if you bend it, it can easily bend too. It's not as thick as this one. So that's basically what I did. Now, after I'd done that, I decided to actually place this in. I saw that it was not exactly, you can't put it in freely. That's what I observed here. And at the same time, I know that if you are not careful, if you say you want it to have space, if it has too much space, it will not be okay. So when I'm putting it in, my foam was showing, like the foam I put on top of the EVA foam. I've already taught us that, how to make it comfy. So you can see. And because I did not add adhesive on top of the EVA foam, on top of the foam that I used to cushion the insole, some part of it is looking as if it's bulging out. But at the end of the day, when I was through with the second leg, it wasn't there because I worked on that again. You understand? So I want you to know that, please, when you are placing this part that is standing, place it with care. Yes, make sure that your insole is inside it when you are placing it, and let it be close to it. Yes, let it be close. If it is open, it will be showing. The sole will be showing. So it's just like you are welting. So after I had noticed that bulky part and that is not staying in very well, I decided to clear out some of the crease and the pleats that is on it, because that one too could be occupying space and will not allow it to sit perfectly well. You understand? So after this, all you need to do is to put a sole, outer sole, on this particular compartment and welt that particular sole. Welt it. You place the sole, make sure that it has space all around, and welt it. I didn't do all of these ones because there's a welting process on my channel, and I don't want to be repeating series all over and all over again. So in case you don't know what it means to welt, please just go to our channel, just type Jibbyfemforte welting, sandal welting, or shoe welting, and I'm sure if you Google that, you should be able to see a sample of how we welt. So that's all you need to do after this. Just welt it. Whatever kind of design you want to put it on top of it. Put it on top of it. So, and then you are good to go. You can see that I didn't use the same style they use. Some use like a flip-flop design. So some use like all these very, very simple tongy designs. So that's what some of the samples that I've seen, that's what they use. So I believe with this you should be able to create this. Now somebody might be saying, okay, what about the EVA foam? Well, you can decide to use EVA foam, but it can crush too. That's why I didn't use it for the compartment. So thank you for joining me today. I am definitely still your shoemaking. Made easy tutor. Happy new month once again. Bye.